Hello and good morning. So welcome to day 7. Until now, until day 6, we were having all the quantitative aptitude questions. So here in this today's class, we are going to discuss the reasoning topics and the questions that were asked in the previous year TCS NQT. So it's just a collection of the questions from all the reasoning topics like coding, decoding, blood relations, data sufficiency, visual reasoning, clocks and calendars, and also you might find some other topics also. So yes, let's start with today's class. So this is the first question. So in this question, it's given that these questions are based on the following information. There are 7 members PQRSTUV going to a party. There are 3 generations in which only 2 are married couples. Okay, 3 generations means there's a grandfather grandmother generation, there's a father mother generation, and there is a last generation like son daughter and all will be there. Fine. He is the grandfather of you, who is the male. Okay, so in all these things, like reading the question itself, we get to understand that it belongs to the blood relation topic, right? In blood relation topic, it's very much necessary for us to use the symbols and some kind of representations for the male and female gender. So what we are going to do is that I'm going to take all the male genders as a box or a rectangle, and all the female genders I'll be representing with a circle or a oval. So now that we have P is the grandfather of U. So U is some person and P is the grandfather, which means P's gender is male. Okay, P has a generation and that generation's son or daughter is U. Okay, done. Now R is the son-in-law of yes. R is the son-in-law of S. Okay, R is the son-in-law, which means R is a male gender, and we are going to put S in the first generation because it's clearly said that only 2 married couples are there, correct? So only there is a married couple here and the other married couple comes here, we'll get the third generation. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make S as the grandmother. So married couples I will represent using a double-sided line. Double-sided arrowed line. Okay. So if R is the son-in-law, then P and S daughter is married to R, right? So this comes like P and S has a daughter and that daughter is married to R and they both have a son or daughter which is U. Okay. V is the son of Q. Okay, we don't know about V and Q. We can't include it here. So let's put them individually and let's add them later. V is the son of Q. Okay. S has only 2 children, both of same gender. As in here, S has 1 children which is a female, then the other children will be a female. Okay. These 2 people had 2 children. T is the sister-in-law of R. Okay. So T can be this lady only because R's wife's sister. Okay. These 2 are sisters. R's wife's sister only can be called as sister-in-law. So I'm going to relate the T and the wife of R. Okay. So now that we have only Q and V left out. So the only way to fill Q is here. Q and V. V is the son and we don't know about the gender of U. So let's put it like this only. But we know that U's grandfather is P. So as only 2 married couples are there, she is not married. So you can be a son or daughter of Q and R only. So this is the family chart that we have drawn from the given information in the question. Okay, I'll just put all the representation again. If it's a married couple, then we are using the double-sided arrow. Then if they are siblings, then we are using a equal to symbol, so like a double line. Okay, done. So now that we know the family structure, so we can answer the following questions that comes our way. So we have P and S, grandfather, grandmother, and they have two daughters, T and Q. Q is married to R. Q and R has two children, U and V, where V's gender alone is found to be male. U's gender is still not known. Okay, now the question, which of the following is a group of sisters? So the group of sisters, we just now found it to be T and Q. Okay, so T and Q being the sisters, this is the only option that we have. So answer is A. Done. Now the question is, what's the relationship between U and V? So firstly, what we are going to do is that let's take this graph and put it over there. P, S, T, Q, R and V. P, S, T, Q, and these two are married and they have two children, U and V. And these two are siblings and these two are married and they have two children, T and Q. Okay, so yes, done. Now the question is, what's the relationship between U and V? And now we know that V's gender is male and U's gender is not mentioned here. Can we say that U is the sister of V? No, we can't say, because U gender is not known. U is the brother of V? No, you can't say. U is the aunt of V? No, you can't say. And U is the maternal grandmother of V? You can't say. Actual uh, conclusion that you can make out of this is V is the brother of U. Okay, as we don't have this condition in any of the options, the answer is none of these. Okay, anyways, I'll just read the entire question once again. There are 7 family members going to a party. There are 3 generations and only 2 are married couples. So in anywhere here, U's gender is not at all mentioned. So you can't conclude U is the sister or brother or anything to V. The answer is V is the brother of U. Yes. Visual reasoning questions are always challenging because you will be in a much hurry to complete all the questions, and you, if at all, if you're not getting it in the first go, then I would suggest you just skip it to the next question and then come back to the visual reasoning questions. So over here uh, we have a set of numbers inside the circles and we'll have to find the relation that is there with those 4 numbers in the first 2 circles, and we'll have to follow that in the third circle. Okay, so here it's 6, here it's 7, and here it's 729 and 512. 729 and 512, whenever you look at these kind of numbers, you should know that 729 is 9 cube, because all these things cannot be taught to you, because you will have to know 1 square to 125 square, 1 cube to at least 25 cube, and all these values should be known to you. Only then you can proceed with the aptitude, because if if you're expecting somebody to give you the values of these squares and cubes and all, then it will be really difficult for you to continue with the aptitude, right? So try to at least know the values right from, I mean, like how to find the square values right from 1 to 125 and cube values right from 1 to 25. It will be very useful for you when you're doing the aptitude questions. Okay. So now that 9 cube is 729 and 8 cube is 512. Okay. Similarly, 8 and 27. 8 is nothing but 2 cube and 27 is nothing but 3 cube. You might have a question like, ma'am, when I look at the question, how do I understand that this is the pattern that's hidden? So here also, I still don't know the pattern. I'm just writing the 729 as 9 cube, because over here I have single digit numbers. So I'm trying to rewrite 729 as a single digit numbers to some cube or square. Okay, that's the idea. Now that here we have 5 cube, so what should be the number over here? So actually the pattern is like 6, 7, 8, 9. And here 0, 1, 2, 3. So following the same pattern, here we should be having 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it shouldn't be 4, it should be 4 cube. Right? So the answer is 4 cube 64. That's it, right? As simple as it is. Okay, so let's move on with the next question. You might have a lot of different patterns inside this. So it's always better to frame your own questions. Like if you're becoming the questioner, then it will be easy for you to answer questions. So let's move on with the next question. Yes, over here it's given as America is coded as 1231 MRC246. Okay. And India is coded as 3321 ND23. And what would be the code for Nepal? So how do we do these kind of questions? Of course, this question comes under the coding and decoding pattern. So actually, in America, they are writing only MRC. Remaining we are left out with A, E, I, A, right? So over here, only the vowels they are rewriting in terms of numbers, and they are writing the consonants individually. So here also if you look in India, they are writing only N and D, which are the consonants, and they are leaving I, A. So over here in this question, Nepal, we should be leaving N because it's a consonant, P which is a consonant, and L is a consonant. Correct. So we'll be having only E and A as numbers. So NPL has to be written in the question. So NPL is not here, so this is cancelled. NPL is not here, so this is also cancelled. So we'll have to determine whether the answer is option B or option D. Okay. So in this case, what we are going to do is that let's compare the numbers now. In the first America coding, they have put it as 1, 2, 3, and again they have given 1, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so let's compare the positions. E is in the second position, I is in the fourth position, and E is in the sixth position. Okay, if that's the case. Oh, okay. No, 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 no. It's actually M is in the second position, R is in the fourth position, and C is in the sixth position. And A is the first vowel, E is the second vowel, I is the third vowel, and A is the first vowel. Okay, that's why they have written it as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 6. Similarly, over here, N is in the second position and D is in the third position. I is the third vowel, A, E, I. And A is the first vowel. So that's why they have given the number 3, 3, 2. No, I don't think 2 will come here. I don't think 2 will come here definitely. So yes, 3, 3, 1, and we'll have to put N, D, which is in the second and third position. So for Nepal, we'll have to write it as E is the second vowel, A is the first vowel, and followed by NPL. N is in the first position, P is in the third position, L is in the fifth position. So the answer for Nepal will be 2, 1, NPL, which are in the positions 1, 3, 5. So our answer is option B. Okay, this is actually a typing mistake. Kindly ignore it. So the answer is 2, 1, NPL 1, 3, 5. So please do remember that there might be a lot of questions involving vowels. So they might ask you questions like yeah, I'll tell you. Assume that you have a word monkey. Okay, monkey is coded as NOLZ, and here they will be giving you NUOLOZ. The actual transformation or the actual coding here is M plus 1 N. Next alphabet of M will be N. Next alphabet of N will be O. Next alphabet of K will be L. And next alphabet of Y will be Z. But you'll be confused like why is it O here instead of F? And why is it U here instead of P? It's because after O, U comes. So for vowels alone, they will replace the next vowel. For the consonants, they will put the next alphabet. So this might also be a question that you can expect in coding and decoding. So we'll move on with the next question. Which numbers are related in the same way as 11, 60, 61? Kindly have a look at it and try to answer. It's pretty simple. Even if you don't know what's the ideology behind it, we have four options. So definitely the answer is going to be one of these four options. So it's easy for us to find it. Okay, now that which numbers are related the same way as 11, 60 and 61. Okay, now how can we relate these two numbers is what I want. Because in all the options, look here, 120, 121, 180, 181, 90, 91, 30, 31. So it's going to be the next numbers. But how are these two numbers related is what we want, correct? 11 and 60, how can I write it? I can actually write it as 11 into 5, 55 plus 5. Right? If I want to relate 11 with 60, this is how I can write it. Okay, then we will apply the same with the options. We are going to take the first number, multiply it by 5 and add 5 to it. Okay, 21 into 5 plus 5 is how much? 21 5s are 105. 105 plus 5 will be 110. No, it's not happening here. Let's check it with 19 and 180. 19 into 5 is 95. 95 plus 5 is 100. No, this is also not happening. Same here. 16 5s are 80. 80 plus 5, 85. No. And the last option, 5 into 5, 25 plus 5, which is giving us the value 30. Correct? So the only option to go with is 5, 30, 31. We are taking the first number, multiplying it with 5 and then adding 5 to it. Because this is the only relation in which I can relate uh, the 11 and 60. So if we take 5, 5 5s are 25, 25 plus 5, 30. And the next number is like 31. Okay, done. I believe you understood, everybody. So let's try to get the answer. And now that we need a relation between 120 and 20, 11 and 61, right? No, that's not needed. So let's go with the option 5 into 5 plus 5, which is 30. Yes, next question. How many palindromes are there in the clock from noon to midnight? Noon is 12 p.m. Midnight is 12 a.m. So from this time to this time, how many palindromes are there? And they have given an example also, 5.45. Okay, actually it's like 1 will be a palindrome, correct? 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5, 6 6, 7 7, 8 8, 9 9, 10 10, 11 11, 12 12. Okay, all together now we have 12 different options. Okay, apart from this, how many will be there? We will have 1 11, 121, 131, 141, and 151. Right? So this again is a palindrome. Like when you reverse it, you'll get the same value. Likewise, you'll have 2, 22, 2, 32, 12, 2, 42, 2, 52, and 313, 332, no, 323, 323, 333, 343, 353. This will be continuing until last. You will have 414 until 4, 414, 420, no, 424, 434, 444, 454, and 54. I'm just writing everything just for you to understand that all of these things are. But if you can understand, then you can directly add it and give the answer. So 515, 525, 535, 545, 555. Okay, and it goes for 6. So 6 will be like 656. It starts with 616 and it goes until 656. And it starts with 717 and it goes until 757. Right? And for 8, it starts with 818 and it goes until 858. And for 9, it starts with 919 and it goes until 959. You can't take it for 10, correct? Because for 10, you can take only 10 1. I think only 10 1 will be the only palindrome. Apart from this, you don't have any palindrome in 10. Okay? So now that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times of 5, which is 45. 45 plus 12 will be 57. And let's check. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12. So already we have 12 plus 9 5s are 45, and here we have 1. Together we have 58. Because these are the different palindromes that you can get right from noon to midnight. Did we leave something? Can somebody answer? Did I leave something? Because it's greater than 57 and it's lesser than 62. So we might have missed, I think, 4 different possibilities. Kindly please check and tell me whether it's 62 or 57. here it will be 626, 636, 646, 656. And here 535, 545, 717, 727, 737, and 747. Similarly, it comes here. So the actual challenge is from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, what are the palindromes that are occurring? Okay, 1 second. Can I take 10, 10? Will that be possible? Yes, here is a mistake. We can't take 10, 10 because it's not at all a palindrome. So this has to be 11. So our answer is 11 plus 45 plus 1, which is 57. So the answer is option C. Again, I'd like to repeat, right from 1, 1, we can take 12, 12, but 10, 10 is not added because it's not a palindrome. And right from, in between 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, we have 5 palindromes. Likewise, 2 to 3, 5, 3 to 4, 5, 4 to 5, 5. So until 9 to 10, we have 9 times the 5 plus this one number, 10, 1. Okay, perfect. So let's move on with the next question. Who among P, Q, R, S, T, each having a different weight, is the lightest? So now the question is pretty simple. You have 5 members and you'll have to find which is the lightest. For which you need some information about the weights of P, Q, R, S, T, right? So that is given in the statement number 1 and statement number 2. If you're able to answer yes or no, okay, are you able to get the answer or you're not able to get the answer? It's what that matters there. It's not even necessary for you to get the correct answer. You will have an instinct like, okay, using these statements, I'm going to get an answer for X. I'm going to get an answer for the Y value. So that matters. Don't spend your time on getting the final answer because data sufficiency is about checking whether the statements are required or they are useless. Okay. So here, who among the PQRST has is the lightest? And the first statement says R is heavier than P. Okay, this statement alone, I can't actually say who is the lightest person, correct? Because I'll have to say who is the lightest from these 5. Okay, with first statement alone, I cannot answer. S is lighter than T and Q. Okay, S is lighter than T and Q. Okay, fine. Then what happens? S will be the least among these 3 people. Okay, S will be the least among PQS. But even now, I cannot say S is the lightest person. Correct? Because we don't know. It might be like TQS RP or it might be like RP TQS. In these 2 cases, the lightest person's value differs. If it's this condition, then P is the answer. If this is the condition, then S is the answer. So second statement also is not useful. If I'm using both, then also it's not allowing me to get the answer. So if both statements together are sufficient to answer the question, no. If either of the statements alone is sufficient to answer the question, no. So the answer that's left out is even if I'm using statement number 1 and statement number 2, I'm not able to get the answer for who is the lightest person in this group. So the answer is option E. If the question can't be answered using both the statements together, you'll have to go for option E. That's why I've ticked the option E. Yes. Visual reasoning questions that look visually enlightening, right? You have a lot of questions like quantitative, verbal, and reasoning, and all. Suddenly, this kind of figure question comes, and yeah, it will be a relief to the mind. But the thing is, you'll have to get the answer correct. So here, the question is nothing but you have a problem. You have a figure, and this is the problem. like A, B, C, D, E, and after E there should be a diagram. This diagram can be any one among these answers. Like it can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3 or 4 or 5. And we'll have to find which one is the answer. Okay, let's try. Now here we have how many dots? We have 4 threes are 12 dots. And here we have 10 dots and 1 cross. Okay. Here we have 12 dots. Here we have 10 dots and 1 cross. Here we have 2 cross and how many dots? 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 2, 8. Okay. 8 dots. Here we have 4 plus 2, 6 dots and 3 cross. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dots and 4 cross. So of course by writing this only we know what is the next figure. The next figure should have 2 dots and 5 crosses. Okay. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 crosses are there, but only 3 dots are there. So this is not the answer. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cross and 4 dots. This also cannot be the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 crosses and 2 dots. Yes, this can be the answer. Let's keep it in hold. Here again 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 crosses and 3 dots. This cannot be the answer. Here again 3 dots are there. 3 dots, if it's the case, then it cannot be the answer. So the right answer is option 3. So it's always better that if you don't understand, no, you just write down whatever that you see, and that will give you a clear idea. So even if you get a question in time, speed, distance, or time and work, or probability, whatever question, whatever topic it might be from, you just write down what's given in the question. That will help you understand it better. Okay, so the answer for this question is option 3. Yes, next question, which is again based on plot relations. Yeah. There is a family of 7 members: Pooja, Payal, Paras, Preet, Palak, Pia, and Parth. Oh, okay, all starting in P. In that family, there are 3 generations having 2 married couples. Oh, it's like the same question. It's same as the first question, but we have some different relationships that are involved here. So here again, 2 married couples are there, and 3 generations are there. Okay. First statement is Preet is the brother-in-law of Paris. Preet is the brother-in-law. Brother-in-law means male gender, right? He is the brother-in-law of Paris. The Paris gender is not given here, so you don't conclude that it's a male or female. So now brother-in-law is not nobody but like Paris has a sister, and that sister is married to a guy. Then this guy will be Paris' brother-in-law. Right? And Paris has a wife, and that wife has a brother, then he's a brother-in-law. There are 2 different relationships, correct? So now that we don't know the relationship between these 2 people, so let them stand alone. Now coming to the next statement, Pooja is the daughter-in-law of Pia. Okay, Pooja is there. Oh, Pooja is the daughter-in-law, right? So she comes in the 2nd generation. Pooja is the daughter-in-law. Daughter-in-law means she's a female gender of Pia. Okay, done. Which means Pia has a guy. Pia has a son. Pia has a son, and that son is married to Pooja. Okay, this is how it means. Yes, next question. Pia and Parth is married couple who has only one son. Okay, Pia and Parth are married and they have only one son. Okay, Palak is the sister of Payal. Palak and Payal, both of them are siblings, where Palak is the sister. Okay. I'm just putting them individually so that we can combine it later. Payal is the daughter of Paras. Okay, so Payal and Palak both comes here. Palak, Payal, both of them are daughters or son and daughter. It can be anything. Both of them belong to Paras. Paras is a common parent. Parth is the father of Paris, which means Paris comes over here. So we'll take this complete thing and we'll put it here. So here comes Paris, which is who is the only son, correct? Who is the only son, and Palak and Payal comes as their children. Palak is the sister, and Payal's gender is not known. Okay. Now only Preet is left out, and they have told Preet is a brother-in-law. Brother-in-law means sister's husband. Now they have clearly told that he's the only son. So the other possibility of having a brother-in-law is Paris' wife Pooja's brother is Preet. Okay. So Preet comes here, who is Pooja's brother. So this is the actual family structure that we have got. Done. Now that we need to answer the questions accordingly, Pia, Parth comes in the first generation. Preet, Pooja and Paras comes in the second generation. Palak and Payal comes in the third generation. Okay, from this, the question is who is Payal's grandmother? So we have Pia, Parth, we have Paras, Pooja, Preet, so this is the actual family structure, right? Palak, Payal. Done. So Payal's grandmother is whom? Payal's grandmother is Pia, because from the statement Parth and Pia, Parth is the male gender and Pia is the female gender. If we have none of the options can't be determined, then we can go with can't be determined. But as with the names we left to determine, we are determining Pia as a female gender and Parth as a male gender. So the answer is Pia. Who is Payal's grandmother? Pia. How many male members are there in the family? Over here, we have Parth, who is the male, Paras, who is the male, Preet, who is the male, and here, this is a sister actually. So we have 3 male members in the family. Okay. Who is the mother of Paras? Paras' mother is nobody but Pia. So the answer is Pia. Okay. Next, we have come to another visual reasoning question. Over here, they have given a group of different diagrams and we'll have to pair them accordingly as 3 different classes, which is what given in the question, right? Group the given figures into 3 classes using each figure only once. Okay. So we'll have to split all the 9 different diagrams into 3 classes. Now it's pretty easy, right? Like we're just looking at it, you can combine them. See, this has the middle dot and 4 lines. Here it's 3 lines. Here it's 4 lines again. So 2, 4 and 7 will come in one diagram. I mean one class. And here we have shaded part. The square is shaded, the circle is shaded, and it's like a pyramid. So this is also shaded. So 2, 4, 7 will come as a class. 1, 6, 9 will come as a class. So remaining is very simple, 3, 5 and 8. Now 3, 5, 8, the commonality is that the edges are dark. Yes, here also black and white pattern is here. And here also black and white pattern is here. Okay. So 3, 5, 8 will come as a group. It might look like a very challenging question, but it's very simple. So which of the options has this? 2, 4, 7, 1, 6, 9, 3, 5, 8? Yes. It's only option A. So the answer is option A. And here is a question which says a solid cube is painted red on two adjacent sides and black on sides opposite to red sides. Okay. And green on the remaining sides. It is then cut into 64 smaller cubes of equal size. And how many cubes have only one side color? So here, this is how the cube will look like, right? No, it will not look like this because here we have a 64 smaller cube, which means it will have 4 divisions. So it will be like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And again here 1, 2, 3, 4. Here again 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. This is how it actually looks. Now they have given that as it's a 64 smaller as we have 64 smaller cubes, the number of divisions is going to be 4, and two sides are colored. Two adjacent sides are colored in red color. Okay, two adjacent sides are colored in red, and the remaining third side and fourth side are colored in black. And okay, opposite to red comes black, and opposite to this red comes a black. Now in the top we have green. Over here we have green, and in the bottom also we have green. Okay, now the question is pretty simple. How many cubes have only one side colored? The one side colored cubes will always be in the center, right? Because all the three sides will be in the interior part of the cube. So only the cubes in the center will have only one side colored. So how many center cubes are here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in each side we have 4 cubes which are only one side colored. How many sides are there in a cube? A cube has 6 sides, right? 6 surfaces, 6 sides. So for 6 sides, how many cubes will be one side painted? 4 into 6, 24 cubes. So the answer is 24. Yes. So it might look like very confusing, but it's not about the colors and all. It's all about how many colors. I mean, of course, all the 6 sides are painted. And the question is how many have only one side colored. Okay. And here the question is how many cubes have at least one side as red. At least. Okay. This is the key word here. At least one includes one side, two sides, three sides. Because none of the cube will be four side colored. None of the cube will be four side colored. It will not be five side colored, six sides colored auto. The maximum that can happen is three sides can be colored, and that too can happen only on the corner cubes. Okay, fine. So we have a 4:4. We have a 4:4 cube. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the cube looks like the same, correct? Done. So now we have 64 cubes in which we'll have to find at least one side is it's red in how many cubes. So this side completely is red and this side completely is red. So we'll have to consider only these cubes, right? So if you look at all these number of cubes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All these 16 cubes will at least be one side painted as red. So here also they are asking us at least one side printed, right? So these 16 cubes and these 16 cubes will be at least one side painted as red. So 16 plus 16, 32 cubes will be painted as red altogether. So the answer is 30. Yeah, here we have a question based on calendars. It's given as 29th February 2016 happens to be a Monday. Okay. If she lives till her birthday in 2099, how many birthdays would she celebrate on a Monday other than what's given? Actually, if it's 29th February 2016, which happens to be a Monday, then 29th February only comes on the leap years, correct? So it comes on 2020, 2024, and it comes only at the 4 multiples, right? So 2099 is not a leap year. Only 2100 is a leap year, right? So we'll have to consider only the year which is a 4 multiple less than 2099, which is 2096. If 29th February 2016 is a Monday, then to 29th February 2020 will be a Tuesday. Correct. And this will be a Wednesday. And 2028 will be 29th February of 2028 will be a Thursday. So likewise, from 2016 to 2096, how many 4 multiples are there is what we are going to find it. 16, it starts with 16. 16 is actually the 4th multiple of 4. And 2096 is the 24th multiple of 4. Right? So it starts with 4 and it ends in 24th multiple. So between these two, we have 20 different days. So it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It comes like that, correct? So in this gap of 20, we'll have to find how many times Monday is coming. So for 4th, it is coming as Monday. And then again, Monday will come at after 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it comes on 11th time. 11th multiple of 4 is 4th February. Sorry. 11th time of multiple will be 11th multiple of 4 will be 44. So 29th February 2044 will be a Monday. Okay. Okay, and after that, 4, 11, 4th multiple, 11th multiple, and after that, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, 18th multiple of 4. 18th multiple of 4 is nothing but, I think it's 72. So, 72, 2072, 29th February will be a Monday. Again, after that, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So it goes beyond that. So after this, the Monday comes only by 2100. Okay. So if she is happening to celebrate her birthday on Monday, like when she is born, how many birthdays would she celebrate on a Monday is she will be celebrating it on 29th February 29 February 2044 and 29 February 2072. So these are the 2 years in which she'll be celebrating it on Monday. So the answer is option B, 2 birthdays. Yes. One last question on blood relation. Neeta said, I have only one brother and Govind. Oh, it's a continuous statement. I have only one brother and Govind is Geeta's grandfather. Geeta is my niece. Okay. So Neeta is saying she has only one brother. Okay, brother. Govind is Geeta's grandfather. Govind is Geeta's grandfather, which means the generation will come in the in between. Okay. Geeta is my niece. Geeta is her niece means niece is nobody that if you have a sibling and the sibling has a daughter, then that's your niece. Okay. Your brother or sister's daughter will be your niece. So if Geeta is the niece of Neeta, then definitely Geeta will be daughter of Neeta's brother. Okay. This is Neeta's brother. Okay. And if Govind is Geeta's grandfather, then Govind will be the father of this guy. If Govind is father of this guy, then Govind will be father of Neeta also. Okay, done. So now the question is, how is Neeta related to Govind? So after 2, whose name is there, from their perspective only, we'll have to check. I'm repeating it again. In a blood relation question, if 2 people are like, how is related to B or how is B related to C if it's given, look for the person's name after 2. So here it's 2. So look from Govind's perspective. According to Govind, Neeta is his daughter. So the answer is option C, daughter. Yeah. Similarly, another question. Pointing to a photograph, Nisha is saying this person in the photograph, it's saying his. That's why I'm putting the box. His mother's only daughter is my mother. Okay, is it clear? Nisha is saying, it's actually Nisha here. The person in the photograph, right, pointing to a photograph, she says his mother's only daughter is my mother, right? So the person in the photograph, this person, the man and Nisha, how are they related? They both share a common mom, which means they are a sibling, right? So here also related to the man, correct? So from the man's perspective, Nisha is nobody but his sister's daughter. Sister's daughter will be nobody but, just now I told you, sister's daughter will be your niece, correct? So the person in the photograph's sister's daughter is Nisha. So according to the person in the photograph, Nisha is his niece. So that makes the answer for this question as option C. So I hope that you had a you had an idea about the different topics that would be asked in the reasoning topic for the TCS NQT. And if at all, if you want any other topics that want to be discussed before the TCS NQT examination, please join the Telegram channel, which acts like a discussion forum for you. You can pose the questions, you can discuss it over there and get a clarity. Also, if you find any difficulty in the questions, you can take a picture of that question and put it in the Telegram group so that the different approaches from various students and me, it can be posted in the group. So kindly share this video with all your friends who are preparing for the TCS NQT examination, and also join the Telegram group. Thank you so much.